What's up, y'all? Happy New Year. Um, I'm so happy to bring into the new year, and I want to talk about New Year's resolutions. Um, New Year's resolutions is a tradition that people do to say, hey, these are some things I want to change in my life, some behaviors, some traits about myself that I want to change moving into the new year. But oftentimes we see that people have these changes and they don't last, or they don't even do it at all. And I oftentimes wonder why. Even with I've never really been a person into New Year's resolutions. Now, with myself gaining a relationship with God in 2016, because 2016 was a very eventful, needless to say, year for me, that I said I want to do lifestyle changes. I want to do something that's not just going to change from 2016. I want to do something that's going to change moving forward. And I thought to myself that I'm going to discuss my lifestyle changes with God. It's not for me to go display off into the world, because sometimes I feel like when you talk too much about things, they don't always happen. Although I do believe in speaking things into existence, I also do believe that some things are sacred and some things should be discussed between you and your higher power. And mine just so happened to be God. 2016, as I said, has been very eventful for me. I went through a lot of different life-changing experiences, and I called on God when I've never called on him like that before. I just said I never had a relationship with him. It hasn't been as strong, and I never, like I said, had New Year's resolution. So 2016, from what I can remember, I don't think I said I want to have a better relationship with God. I just remember my ex's mother always told me to pray to God, but when you pray to God, you have to ask, accept, and receive. And I did just that, and I prayed about peace and strength and humility and laziness and healing and depression and just different types of things. And I did that. And certain things I'm still battling all the time. I'm still battling not wanting to get up and go to work. I'm still battling about saving money. I'm still battling on being greedy when it comes to different things, because greed can be a host of things. I'm still battling gossiping, which is a big thing that I want to cut back on too. As women, as people, period, we talk about folks' business. You talk about your own damn business. So that's neither here nor there. But a lot of different things I'm just praying on. I'm just saying, hey, I want to change these things in my life moving forward. And I want to discuss that with God. So I feel like don't just do New Year's resolutions, also have lifestyle changes. Sit back, pray on those things. I suggest getting a prayer jar. A friend of mine, Chevy, shout out to her, she told me around maybe September, October to get a prayer jar and write these things and I put them in a jar. At the end of the year, you open those notes up and see if those things have manifest. I haven't done that just yet. I'll be doing that today though. And just because they haven't come to pass doesn't mean that they're not going to. Put them back in that jar and work harder for those things to happen. Also, a big thing that I wanted to do, I wanted to men's relationships and men's conversations and situations that were ill in 2016 before I moved on to my new year. You have to leave the negativity behind you. You can't harbor ill feelings and harbor negativity and think that you're going to move over into a positive light, roll into the new year. It's not going to happen. You're only going to do anything but block your own blessings. So I've made some phone calls. I've had those conversations, say, hey, I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to be an enemy. I'm not going to be negative. And not to say that I don't battle feelings every day, because I do. At the same time, I'm telling myself, hey, in order for you to be a better person, you got to let certain things go. You can't hold on to what happened, what was, in dealing with what is and what could be. So you have to just really just sit back and self-reflect. And let me tell you something. Nobody has that much pride where they can't let things go and have conversations with people that have hurt you, that have mistreated you, have set ill on you. Let me tell you something. I ain't got beef with nobody. I ain't got a problem out of damn soul. Now, am I saying we got to speak and we got to be friends? That's a damn lie. What I'm telling you is that I ain't gonna worry about it. I got so much stuff that I could be doing, so many things that I'm taking care of rolling into 2017. My biggest thing is going back to school, which I started on January 10th. I'm so excited. My final class for my associates, and I've been out of school for like 5 damn years. Interning, saving money. The Elmatic View was a huge thing that I started in 2016. I'm so very thankful and grateful that God has blessed me with that gift. That has been a curse for me sometimes, because sometimes I'm just too damn opinionated. And that's a big thing I'm praying on too, which is have a still tongue and a listening ear. To listen, to understand, I listen to respond. That's a huge thing. And that's a huge thing that people in general have to work on, because a lot of times we talk so much that we're not listening, and we're not being receptive to what's being told to us. The only person we're caring about is ourselves. So, with so many things that I think that we all have to work on as humans, and just as But I think that it starts within. It starts with a spiritual connection with whomever you want your spiritual connection to be with. Mine just so happen to be God. Yours can be to Allah, to Jehovah, to the Buddha. I don't give a damn. Have that spiritual connection. I'm not the one that's going to tell you who to pray to. That's on you. But I think that's very important as a person to have solitude within yourself. Is to understand that it's so much more than you, that the battle is not yours, it's the Lord's, that the battle is not for you. Everything is not for you to understand. Everything is not for you to have control over. When you want to have too much control, things don't work out like they're expected to be. Sometimes you have to just let things go, even if you don't understand them, even if it hurts you. Like I said, things I battle all the time. I spoke about my father, things I didn't understand, but now it's like, hey, once I asked God, I accepted and I received it, I was able to get past certain things. And there's certain things now I'm asking, trying to accept, to receive those blessings to move forward in my life. And I don't want to block my blessings, holding on and harboring things or dealing with certain situations that will block my blessings as well. So yeah, this year's gonna be dope. I see Detroit moving into a good light, and usually I go out for New Year's, and this year I said I'm not doing that. My outfit got messed up. Everybody went to their Harlem Nights party last night. I was gonna be there too. Y'all looked real good. Heard it was no drama. That was so great to hear. But I said to myself, I took it as a sign. I had to understand that when you force things and you press things, it won't work out right. So sometimes God will give you a roadblock and say, hey, that ain't where you're supposed to be at. And I think that for me, that was something I've been working on too, was going out too much. I know I like to hang out. And I said, I'm going to stop just cold turkey. I ain't going out no more. I'm 25. I ain't got no kids. I'm hanging out. But I need to cut back and prioritize my life. And, sorry, I got to switch hands. Prioritize my life and work on me and get out of certain crowds and certain areas that are negative and that are messy. And I feel like I don't want to bring in my new year with people I don't want to deal with. I don't want to bring in my new year dealing with walking into situations I'm not prepared to see. I want to bring in my new year with love and with my family and with prayer. And after the clock struck 12 and I finally went to bed, I went in my mom's house and I prayed for like a good 10 minutes. And I spoke out words and I spoke out people's names. And I claimed those things over their lives and my own as well. And I just feel it in my soul that 2016 was a pivotal year for me. It was a year of epiphany for me. It was a year for maturity for me. It was a year of growth and strength that I didn't know that I had. And I'm just very thankful for that I took those lessons as a blessing. Because sometimes you can sit up and say, why me? And just dwell on it and go into a depression. Because I've done that for a long time. And I took those situations that I've encountered this year and years ago and said, this is how and why I'm going to start the Elmatic View. Because I wouldn't have random people coming up to me in Target and people writing me on Instagram and people coming up to my mother and saying, hey, you helped me. People 40 years old, children, people my age. And I'm a work in progress every day. I'm learning and growing every day. But if I didn't go through things, I wouldn't be able to talk about things. My things happen on purpose for my purpose. And it's only God. I'm a messenger of Him. My service is for Him, and this is my service. You are put on this earth to be a servant of the Lord. And I want you guys, if you have never prayed on that, if you don't understand your purpose in life, to pray on purpose. You are not living just to live. You are living to be a servant of the Lord, and your service is to serve His children. And I feel like mine is to inform, enlighten, and entertain for the Elmatic View. So moving forward, I'm interviewing former Chief of Police Ralph Godby. I'm going to talk about the state of crime in Detroit and what he would have done differently had he still been in office, and what some things that need to happen. We got to do better. We lost a really good dude this last week in Detroit, Ricky, RIP to Ricky, real good guy. Some things that have changed, and I want to have that conversation with someone that's in hierarchy, that's been there and that knows the behind the scenes of the crime in Detroit, and some things that could change or what we can do better as citizens. Moving into the month of February, I'm going to do the paneling. People have been asking me that to do panels and get different opinions. I'm doing that. I'm going to sit back around that time around and do some Sally Jesse Raphael, just some interviewing, throw out some questions out there, do my little Angela Yee thing, see what's going to happen with that. That should be very interesting. I'm going to get some people that's prominent in Detroit that people want to hear their opinions. I want to hear you guys' opinions. I'm so receptive to criticism. I'm so receptive to ideas. Email me, text me, whatever. I'm willing to listen. I want to help myself to help you guys, for all of us to grow and mature and be great people of the human race. I'm excited. I'm excited. You guys be blessed. Be safe. Happy New Year. We can't change the world unless we change ourselves. All right, the Elmatic View. Love, peace, and hair grease.